called worse than jackass?
That's the first time someone has gotten that testy with me. There is always a back and forth between reporters and lawmakers up here. There's no question about it. This was a case that was, in my view, and my colleague Dana Bash's view, was less about the salacious details of the photograph and the Twitter account, and more about whether or not the congressman was being straightforward in his responses. And it seemed to us that in the strategy that he was playing out yesterday in terms of his dealing with the media, that he did not want to answer the questions forthrightly, and that's why we pushed as hard as we did.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I mean, when you watch that whole exchange, which went on for quite some time, you were certainly pressing him hard, but he wasn't answering the questions. What were you looking for?
We were looking for some sort of explanation as to why this photograph, this lewd photograph, was sent to a 21-year-old college student. Perhaps it was a prank. Perhaps it was a hoax. Perhaps, certainly, he had nothing to do with it. There could be a very plausible explanation for that. But what stood out in his responses at these two news conferences that he did yesterday was that he was not directly answering the question. And since he could not affirmatively deny that he had sent the photograph or explain in some way why he had not done anything wrong, it was problematic.
Right. And what is his reputation there on Capitol Hill?
He is a very shrewd and feisty politician, and someone who has indicated he would like to be the mayor of New York City at one point. He is very message-centered. He's very media-savvy, and that is also one of the reasons that we were somewhat wary of the answers that he was giving, because he is so good at being in the media that he seemed to be trying to get back to his talking points and not directly answer the question about these salacious details, which again, that was what this was about, but it wasn't what we were mostly interested in. It was more about whether or not he was being forthright in his responses.
Right. And by the way, did he ever apologize to you for calling you that name?
I haven't heard from him.